It's deal of the week time. And you know what? I've got something that I think is perfect for Mother's Day, which of course is cameos. And I'm thinking of all the great moms out there. I'm thinking of all the great grandmas and all the people that you really want to give something incredible, something that's been hand carved, hand tooled. I think that's what I love about cameos. Of all the things that I've ever presented, it's the only thing cameo that is carved in the same place. Most of it is done in Torto Greco, Italia, that it was done 2,000 years ago. And it really hasn't changed. The whole methodology of how they do it, the tools, the equipment, which is really, really basic, has not changed in 2 millennia. Why don't we get started with the first one, because it is our deal of the week, and this one is being offered at a tremendous deal of the week price of only $109. Now that is a full 25 millimeter length of absolutely beautiful conch shell. This is Caribbean conch shell, which of course has a wonderful, beautiful pink background. And then of course they call it in Italy, the flesh is all beautiful natural white. That has not been color stained in any way whatsoever. It's all been hand carved by my beautiful carver, Mattia Romanolo of Torto Greco, Italia. 25 millimeter is a full inch. So from top to bottom here, you're going to be looking at almost 2 inches. That stone on the top, hey, that is beautiful, beautiful pink topaz. This does come on a gorgeous chain. The chain will extend all the way to a full 20 inches. Now, let me just show you that it is articulated. So that means that these pieces do move independently. And you have wonderful carving on the side. And that carving on the side is dipped in pure 18 karat rose gold. Only $109. Folks, this is only $9 more than what I used to sell my charms for. So if you're looking for something spectacular, and I'm going to go through the whole show, and I'm going to have amazing items in Cameo, but you will see this is the best price item of the whole show, bar none. But you know what? It's not the only one. It may be time to give Mom something really fancy. Really love this one here. I think this is one of the most fanciest pieces, really creative, that we ever did when we ran this on television. I was very, very proud of this. First of all, the beads are white coral. I want to tell everyone here they are white coral, and you're getting here an overall length. Now this does come with a clasp at the back, but these beads in white coral with the length of this is going to be about 24 inches. So you got a lot of room there, which is just fantastic. Now take a look at what we've done here. Here we've done a very sort of very Renaissance, almost later stages of medieval period, of a beautiful set of cameos. These are all oval, all hand carved in gorgeous flowers. This is all done in that perfect shell called Cypricassus rufea, which is normally what cameos have been carved in for over 2 millennia. Then of course we have the wonderful beads here, which are the same beads of white coral as you see in the necklace. By the way, that is removable if you want to wear it on a regular chain. And this is salmon coral. I love how flirty this piece is. I love how fanciful it looks. And of all the items that I'm going to show you in the show, I think this one has a lot of drama. Sometimes your mom or your grandma wants to wear something a little bit more substantial. This is the one. This entire piece is being offered at only $296. Remember, free shipping and handling does apply, but I've got a beautiful cross, which was so popular when I ran it on television, but I got it at a better price. Now here is a beautiful, lovely cross. This was so, so popular. I love the beautiful angel in the center. That's a 14 by 14 millimeter heart, all hand carved from the Cypricassus Madagascar shell. This is beautifully done also with those little flowers. The flowers are beautiful, and they are 6 millimeter rounds. Just take a look at the entire configuration of this cross. Now, this cross is big. It's going to be about 2¼ inches from top to bottom. The bail, where the chain is thread, is kind of integrated into the back of the piece. This one is big enough, obviously, to be worn on top of a sweater. I think that this is something that your mom or your grandmother would really, really love. Of course, as with all our Gems Vogue product, it does come with a beautiful chain that is 18 inches, also 20 inches. So the same chain, just with 2 loops, one for the 18-inch, and of course, one at the 20-inch mark. So if you're looking for something spectacular, this one is being offered today at only $212. Now, when it comes to cameos, Cameos can be carved using different materials. So for the remainder of the pendants that I'm going to show you, we're going to take you on a tour of different materials. And yes, it can also be carved in a gemstone. And this one was very popular. Now, this one was done in 100% pure natural smoky quartz. And this one was very, very special because this one here is 32 millimeters going down this way and 26 millimeters going down that way. So this one here is about 1.25 inches. So you got about an overall 1.75 inches from the top of that bale all the way to the bottom. And the quality of that carving is really, really spectacular. And I'm just going to take a moment here. Here, I want to just zoom in on it. Look at that. Now, this is done in a very traditional format of carving. In this type of carving, do you see how her nose is a little bit larger and all that? That's done on purpose. This is done in the carvings that you would have had if you lived during the time of the Roman Empire. And back then, yes, they carved with the shells that we always show you, but they also carved in quartzes. And an abundant quartz at that time was, of course, the smoky quartz. And they were getting this. Remember when they invaded England and all that? And Gaul, the land of Gaul is actually what we now know as France. A lot of smoky quartz came from that area, and they would take it back to Rome and they would carve it, and they would use it for ornamental purposes. So there's a lot of history in this piece. This wonderful piece is being offered only $230. Remember, the shipping and handling is always on us if the total purchase is $75 or more. But now, carving can be done in amber. You know, I was the first person to have the reverse intaglio amber on television. But I'm going to show you 3 pieces here that are spectacular at unbelievable prices, so don't go anywhere. This one is done in beautiful amber, and it's laid sideways. This is 30 by 20 millimeter, but the 30 millimeter, of course, is right across. Now, this is done in the reverse intaglio, so it's kind of like the same carving as a cameo, but it's done, all the carving is done behind the amber, and it's carved into the piece, okay? Like a negative, just like in the old-time negatives. You guys remember the old photography that we used to do years ago? That's how it's done. And so it's carved inside the amber, and then it's stained white. And they do this so then you can actually see the figure. Now, this is done in a wonderful, beautiful Renaissance woman. Look at her. It's a fanciful figure. It's beautifully done. This is all carved in Lithuania, ladies and gentlemen. It's green amber, and this one is being offered at an amazing price of only $178. That's a beautiful peridot on top. It's exquisitely handcrafted, and it's something that I simply know that you are going to adore. You want to wear something really unique? That's it. But we're not going to stop there because I've got another one, keeping in the same line of that Renaissance woman, with one that's done in a yellow amber. This is a beautiful, beautiful yellow amber here, and what I love about this one is the shape. It's 30 by 20 millimeter, but you can see here, it's almost done in a triangular, almost off-center cut there, and this is all specially hand-cut. Now, of course, this is, once again, I'm going to zoom in on this. This is that wonderful young Renaissance woman. Look at the beauty of that. Look at the quality of that carving. This really shows you how they take their time and they do this all by hand. Now, this is all done by hand. There's no CNC machinery. That's an acronym, stands for Computer Numerically Controlled Manufacturing. That is not used in this. It can't be. It can only be done by hand. Beautifully done. This is only $158. Again, free shipping and handling, chain included. The chain stretches out all the way to a full 20 inches. Now, the next one I'm about to show you, I'm very proud of because it incorporates the carving and our carved metals in one piece. This was huge the first time I had this, and actually it was on a remote that I did it. Now take a look at this one. This is so beautifully done. This the amber is 33 by 21 millimeter. It's a very special cut, and this we wanted to incorporate where we carved the metal of her face. Look how beautiful that is. That is all carved in our metal mold technology. And then, of course, there she is. Her thoughts are, of course, that wonderful, beautiful fairy. Let me zoom in on this. Look at this. It's almost like a window into her mind of what she was thinking. This is really inspired by Art Nouveau. This was an exquisite piece. I only have 5 of these left in inventory. This is not being manufactured again. This being offered only $183. This was over $100 more when I had this on network TV. So folks, this is your opportunity to pick up, in my opinion, one of the most creative pieces in carved amber that we have ever done. Take note of the item number, free shipping and handling, and it's only $183. Now, the pendants have been great. I'm going to show you a pair of earrings, then I'm going to get into our rings. Now, these earrings are fantastic. Matter of fact, I think they would make a very nice accompaniment to, of course, our deal of the week. This is only being offered at $102. Now, these are Omega backs, and I know how much people love the Omega backs. You know, you go to a jewelry store, you want Omega backs, they're going to charge you $25 just to buy the Omega backs. And these are included in this pair of earrings for only $102. This is a really nice size cameo. It's over 16 millimeter, and you'll notice too that it's left and right pair. You don't always get that when you go to Italy, not at these prices. Then of course it has our one of the beautiful, beautiful white zircon here. This is a gorgeous pair, again at only $102. I would take note of the item number. We don't have a lot in Cameo earrings left at gem.vogue.com, but we do have these, and they're on sale, which is really extraordinary. Now, like promised, I'm going to show you our rings. Now, this is a gorgeous piece here, 30 by 23 millimeter. By the way, this is done, just like our deal of the week, this is done in the Caribbean pink conch shell. So that's natural pink, that's natural white. This is not color treated any way whatsoever. Carved by Mattia Romanolo. 30 millimeter, ladies and gentlemen, that is about 1.25 inches. Beautifully done. Pink tourmalines on the side. I just want to take everyone on a tour of this. Pink tourmalines all the way on the side. This is a very heavy mount. And what we've done with this is we've given you the beautiful Euro shank that I know you're going to love. That's going to stabilize it and prevent it from spinning around. This mount here, the whole ring, you're looking at well over 15 grams. This is a deal. It's only being offered at $171. So if you're looking for a substantial ring, if you're a gal that loves to wear the larger rings, then you know what? This one has your phone number. I'm telling you right now, it's fantastic. Now, if you want to go to a more traditional Italian shell, there's the Cypricassus Madagascar. So if you go to the Vatican, this is the type of shell that you see a lot of the carvings done in the Vatican. Cypricassus Madagascar is a very large shell. It can be about 1.5 feet high, and it is always brown or beige with white, as opposed to the orange. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous natural shell. A lot of the old traditional cameos were always carved in this shell. This one being offered only $184. It's a 33 millimeter. So this is almost 1.5 inches. This is really, really substantial. And this type of cameo, this is what we call the Renaissance cameo. This cameo was very, very popular during the Renaissance. I am going to show you and take you on a tour of all the beautiful filigree work. See that? That's classic gems on Vogue. But you know what's also classic? The price, $184, takes this home. The last item, don't go anywhere, is the sun and the moon. If you want to give your mom something extraordinary, something that she is really not going to see anywhere else, this is a very traditional carving of the moon and the sun. You see how the sun has the face? During the times of the Roman Empire, a lot of times when they painted the sun, and this also carried over to the time of Da Vinci, because the Renaissance was that time of rediscovering what the ancients did, they would, after the Dark Ages, they would also put a face in the sun. So look at this, all hand carved. So the way Mattia Romanolo did this, he left an opening inside the shell, and then he hand carves these, beautiful out of chalcedony. And these, of course, are stars. And you see the blue? So that's what this is. You might look at that and say, is that a starfish? No. This just represents the stars. And, of course, the blue is there to represent, of course, the evening. Gorgeous, done in London blue topaz, of course. This entire shell is 26 millimeter by 26 millimeter. It's a nice size item. Does it have all the work on the side? Please. It's Gems on Vogue. It always does. And this one has the Euro shank. This is a very special item. Literally, ladies and gentlemen, I only have a few of these left in stock. I don't even have 4 of these left. I will size it for you to whatever size you need, and then I'll ship this out. This will never be repeated again, and it's being offered only $107. We all love Mother's Day. We love our moms. We want to give her something special. Don't forget your grandmas and all the other special people in your life that are also moms, you know, that may not have a partner right now. Anyway, we have special items at gemsonvogue.com, and I love our cameos. From our deal of the week to everything that we have here is just spectacular. It's on sale today only. And remember, shipping and handling is always on me as long as the whole order is $75 or more, which, to be honest with you, is about 98% of everything. So get shopping, save money, and by the way, happy Mother's Day.